All right, welcome in to the Ryan Ripken Show. Can you hear me, Brad?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Because I can barely hear myself. I don't think I can even hear myself, if I be honest. But, guys, it don't matter. Why? It's opening day in Major League Baseball.
Let's go.
Look at the smiles here. And it's not just opening day in Major League Baseball. This is one of the biggest sports days in Maryland this time around the spring. And you know what I love about this? Because everyone thinks those days are in the fall and the winter, right? Because it's football season and the Ravens. But no. Today, the Orioles start their season in 2025 against the Toronto Blue Jays, which is going to start after 3 p.m. I'm hearing more around 3:15. But then tonight, the Maryland Terps. This is a basketball state. The Terps are looking to get back to the Elite Eight once again for the second time since 2002. Facing the Florida Gators tonight. And why not talk to a Maryland legend, Gravis Vasquez, here in the next 7 minutes to talk about the tournament here. So we'll be live during the game for baseball. So we're going to talk about what's going on and guide you through. But Zach, this is a day we all love. It's finally here. Welcome to opening day and the Sweet 16, my friend.
It's we waited so long for this. So damn long. It feels just I just need Orioles baseball. Last time we saw them in games that meant something, obviously, not the way that they wanted it to end, not the way that anyone wanted it to end. It just feels so damn good to be back. It feels so damn good to be back. I genuinely can't put into words what it means for just the season. It's just, are you?
Hello.
All right.
I'm just excited. I'm excited for our group. I can't hear a little bit as well.
O-R-I-L-E-S.
I'm just fired up to be here. I feel like that, what was it, the Clippers owner, where he's like, just fired up to be here. It's pretty cool. Pretty damn cool.
Duval.
Yeah, and Kevin and Zach React is back, baby, at the after today's game. So get ready to have some fun. It's going to be a hell of a time. Call-in starts, so actually memberships over there have begun. So if you go over to Kevin and Zach React channel, become a reactor. That's how you will get the opportunity to call in. So yeah, make sure to go do that. Going to be a hell of a season. Going to be a hell of a time. Sweet 16 is also going to be. I'm going to put Sweet 16 in the interesting category. One, because I think Florida's an absolute buzzsaw, and if you've been following Maryland, number two. It hasn't been the easiest, the easiest past few days. And help talk about it actually right now. I'm going to bring on my good friend, my brother in crime, Kevin Ostreicher. Kevin, happy opening day, Kevin. Happy opening day.
Are we actually here? Did we actually made it?
It doesn't feel like it at times, but holy crap. We did it, Kevin. We did it.
Man, after the way last season ended, I think we just need to all flush it. It's time for a new slate, a new start. And yeah, I'm excited about Kevin and Zach React. That those memberships are up.
Kevin. No, Kevin.
So
baby fat.
The Orioles are not fine.
The Orioles are never fine, Kevin.
Whoa, they're not fine. That's news to me.
Well, just wait.
No,
until...
just look at Twitter. The Orioles are not fine.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a team so dead in the water on opening day, Kevin? Name a team you've ever seen.
Season's over.
Is so atrociously set up for any success.
Brad, Orioles social media reacts calmly to everything. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're the most sound. They have the most sound opinion in the world.
That's what I'm saying.
Orioles Twitter is they know ball.
Well, I will say it is nice that they're rational at the end of the day.
Yeah.
They think through everything. It's one of those places where every tweet is well thought out.
100%.
It's not reactionary.
Nothing's personal.
No, that's my favorite.
Everyone's out in the open about it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'll tell you what. It's going to go two different ways today. It's going to be a glorious day for Maryland fans here in general. Or it can be the opposite because, I mean, look, there's a lot that's happening currently with the Terps. We'll get into that. Obviously, the whole situation. That's where it all started with the Ryan Ripken co-host doesn't know ball. We'll grab
We
that
just talked about that today.
It is. Hey, but you know what? This is what I want to say about opening day for all baseball teams before we have Gravis join us. That 162 starts today, and it really is the day where every team can have some sort of hope. Even if your team is not expected to do anything, it's the one day of the season that everyone looks forward to.
Yeah.
Right? We went yesterday looking at all the odds, and we know where the projections are for certain teams. Like we know the White Sox are in a rebuild. The Rockies are not expected to contend, but guess what? The dream lives on opening day. The dream lives as long as things can continue to go right. But this is where the memories some more. It's snow flurries. I thought I didn't know that you could have snow in April or late March. What is this? This isn't baseball. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And then I realized it was not the coolest thing ever when I got into professional baseball myself. We had a home opener when I played for the Hagerstown Suns, a part of the Washington Nationals, against the Marva Shorebirds and the Orioles, and it's snowing and it's 30 degrees and it hurts every time you swing the bat. But then it didn't bother Ryan Mountcastle or Cedric Mullins, who I played. That was when Cedric, I think, lined out and just was peppering balls. And then, yeah, by the way, Ryan Mountcastle hit a grand slam at his eyes in the snow in Hagerstown. And I was like, damn, this guy's pretty good. And guess who Ryan Mountcastle's opening up against today? The Toronto Blue Jays, a team that he has had a lot of success against. So it's great. It's beautiful. Everyone out there, you're all beautiful. We are excited for a jam-packed day here. And again, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show. We're live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right here on YouTube. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. We put out the episodes later after the show. And that's about it, guys. You know, when I move, you move.
Just like that.
Just like that. And a lot of the games are about to start and get underway here within the next hour. Obviously, as we just mentioned, the Orioles are going to be playing soon. And I guess if we still have a couple minutes until Gravis joins us here, it's a good time maybe to call your shot here if you're thinking about a Dinger Tuesday.
You know I am.
And I think we got to take a quick trip up to our friends at Hollywood Casino Charlestown Races in
West Virginia.
Beautiful. And our friends up there in West Virginia, Charlestown Races. Look, if you're looking to have a good time, that's the place to be. And there's a great promotion going on with ESPN Bet. Place your first bet for $10. Get up to $100 in bonus bets. Good until April 30th. And we thought it'd be a good time to bring it up right now. Why? Well, if you like dingers and you want to take a chance, Zach, there's an Oriole today specifically that's hit a home run in 5 consecutive opening days.
Tyler O'Neill, Mr. Biceps himself. That's not who I'm taking, though. That's not who I'm taking. That feels like one of those things I'm going to regret not taking it because it's like every sign pointed to take it if he does go yard. Opening day, the way he's been swinging it in spring training in Toronto, it just I can't fathom not taking Ryan Mountcastle. That's just, it's as simple as that.
When in doubt, death taxes, and Ryan Mountcastle is going to hit a jack against the Toronto Blue Jays.
Daddy's home. Daddy's home.
The mayor of Toronto, president of Canada, Ryan Mountcastle. We'll get into all the baseball conversations as we move forward in the day. But again, we appreciate our friends up at Hollywood Casino and Charlestown Races in
West Virginia.
Well, beautiful, though. This is what I talked about. It's a double whammy today for baseball and basketball. And again, growing up in this state of Maryland, people that grew up here know that Maryland is a basketball state. It might not feel that way, but you can feel the pride of everyone, especially with the game tonight with the Terps taking on the Gators in the Sweet 16. So why don't we talk about a guy that bleeds for the team, for the Terps, and gave us some great memories throughout the years. Let's bring on Terp legend, Gravis Vasquez. Gravis, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here with you guys.
I appreciate it. And I got to say, first and foremost, man, the passion that you played with And you were helping at a time that's the passion that I grew up watching. So I appreciate it. And you're staying busy though. You're calling the Final Four on Westwood One, correct? For the Spanish broadcast?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm working during the war. I'm doing the game in Spanish. It's always a privilege, man. I love the game of basketball because my career, not only professionally, but my time in college was the best 4 years of my life. I learned so much. Now I'm in a position that I can actually talk about the game, understanding, you know, different try the context of the games. It's just cool, man. Being around the game, the networking, being back also because I'm working with Monumental Sports Network, being back here in the DMV, hanging out with my people, my fans, being close to College Park is very important to me. Eventually, I would love to do something with the team and with more formality. But I'm excited. I'm excited about these opportunities. I'm excited about talking about the Terps and what the future holds and what's going to happen tonight. So we'll see.
Oh man, and we're all hoping it's continued dance for the Terps, you
Yes.
know, and you just talk about it, right? I mean, people, there's a connection, and you felt it. I think that's why people loved you so much, is they knew how much you cared about being a Terp, being with Maryland, and that resonated. And now here they are. It's been a great run. So we'll start with this in the first case here. How excited are you as a Terp fan? And what do you think about the matchup tonight going against the Florida Gators team that, well, let's just face it, they are deep, they're talented, and they could present some mismatches, but it should be one hell of a game.
Well, first and foremost, this team has been the most exciting team that I watched seeing my days in Maryland. And not offense with anyone else, but I really like this team. I really like this roster. The coaching staff did a great job. Coach Willer and his leadership. And I know ship him around and a lot of talks, but I said right now the most important thing is the Florida game, tonight's game. There's nothing else more important than tonight's game. And I truly believe tonight is going to be a great opportunity for the Terps just to make history, because you're playing against a tough team. I mean, if you look at their roster, they pretty stacked. They really got talent. They very talented. But what I like about us is the fact that we've been down the whole season, previous years, and now we actually in a position just to prove ourselves. What this when what the coaching staff and Coach Willer and everyone behind those players and the staff is just unbelievable. We needed to feel that again, because we got, out of all these years, we missed this time of the year. Just talking about hoops and talking about having a chance to go to the Elite Eight and eventually to the Final Four, playing against Florida, a team that, has been inconsistent throughout the whole NCAA tournament. And I'm sure they're going to come focused tonight. And I want them to be focused, because I think in order for you to win a championship, you gotta beat the best teams in the country. And we have a guy and then by the name of Wayne that talented, a guy that reminds me of Jokic, that can create some shot, that can understand his body, a great ball handler. I mean, rebounds the ball really well. I think we're gonna have an advantage in the boards, and we should control the tempo. We gotta play good defense on the perimeter. They're gonna shoot a lot of threes. We're gonna have to be able to guard them, communicate defensively, but more so we have to dominate the paint. That is really important. They have to play our tempo. They have to play our style, and we have to match the intensity and how aggressive they are. So I truly believe we're gonna have a chance, and that's what we do, man. We build character. We are an exciting team to watch, and tonight we're gonna shock the world. We're gonna beat this Florida Gators team.
Damn right. See, we need that. That's not that it's a if, it's when the Terps win tonight, and they need that. And I'm glad you mentioned just for it, and literally just the Maryland faithful. There's so much excitement around, and the one thing, Gravis, that I only worried about, and it's not going to take away from the game, as you know, but all the stuff that was coming out with Willard, or all these storylines. The one thing I just didn't like from that standpoint is for that team specifically. You know, the story should be the Terps are in the Sweet 16. The Terps are a really good team. You know, for you personally, you know, if you have any thoughts on that, but how do you block that out? You know, as a player, it's, you know, everyone's on social media nowadays, right? Like, it's to say, oh no, I haven't heard anything. You know, it's, I think that would be lying, you know? So how do you block that out first and foremost? And what do you kind of make of the situation?
Personally, I love and I respect a kid coming from Venezuela and all of a sudden making it to the NBA before the NBA ACC Player of the Year. All these rewards, you know, after all my hard work. So I respect the game a lot, and the way that the NCAA is structured right now is kind of like, it's misleading the respect of the game and teammates and coaches. As we know right now, NIL, portals, now even the coaches. And I'll say this, I said it in the past. I really believe on Coach Willard's leadership. And I would love for him to say that, you know, I don't care about anything else but tonight's game. I don't care about what you guys talk, because it's good for all of us to hear it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, we're actually trying to get this win tonight. And I know he is preparing himself at the highest level, but it's important just to cut all these things out and show. Maybe he's doing it inside the locker room. Their relationship, I mean, I can see it from the outside, is really strong. The way they communicate, their chemistry is great chemistry with you know, around them. So my point is, like, if I were a head coach and be like, hey, I know you guys, you know, speculating a lot of things, a lot of rumors out there, but you know what? I don't care about any of that. And I respect all of that. Right now, the only thing I care is about Maryland basketball. And when you say that, that gives us confidence to understand that this is a business that we understand, that we understand it. But we understand now, also, we understand that you focusing on the game. More so, like people talking about our coach leaving, the AD and all of this. Great guys, everyone is great people, but right now, most important thing is the University of Maryland, the basketball program, and what we represent, because everyone, the whole world is going to be watching tonight. And the most important thing is us getting the W. How are we going to get that? Being focused on preparing for the game, executing the game plan, and not talking about anything else but that. Even though we're a few hours away from the game, I wouldn't love to see even the spoken person or whoever speak for the team. Be like, hey, look, everyone here is focused on the game. Everyone here is focused on March Madness, and I didn't read any of that. And with that being said, I put a professional. I put that on the side. I care about my team. I bleed Maryland. I want them to win, and I know they're gonna put themselves in a situation that they're gonna have a chance to win. And I respect Coach Willard's leadership. I truly put a lot of responsibility on Coach Willard's leadership.
Yeah, I think, you know, at the end of the day here, right, it is a business, and the NCAA needs to kind of reshape some things in general, because yes, I think it's fair to say, I don't think anyone wanted to see it maybe go out into the media. Hey, it's good for sound bites. I mean, Willard's press conference yesterday, when they asked him directly, I love the fact that he just talked about Florida. You know, we're in that day and age, but kids have to go into the transfer portal. Teams are trying to, or they're, I was going to say colleges, they're teams. You know, it's like a professional setup. They're trying to hire their next guy. Things need to change, but what's the focus? Terps are trying to go back to the Elite Eight and try to get somewhere. And I'd even say a different time when you were playing, you know, a little bit different knowing that, you know, Gary Williams was a staple there, being there for a while. Things have kind of changed in that way, right? Like when you were there, you probably had zero doubts of like, oh, Gary's one, the legend. And then two, like, he's going to be my guy. He might light a fire in my ass and he might be a pain in the ass to me, but I know that it's going to be here. It's just a different game. Is that fair to say?
You're right. It's a different, can't really misjudge anyone. I want to come respectful respectfully, about all the topics in terms of like what college
Yeah.
and what's going on with college basketball nowadays. Unfortunately, it's fortune for players and coaches now that they get paid. Imagine how much money I would have gotten when I was in college with NILs. So
Mm-hmm.
the thing that all of us need to understand is that this is a business. Now the NCAA is running an open business, where before it was a closed business in terms of like only for the NCAA. Now the whole, I would say that the whole context of players and coaches are getting more benefit financially, especially for the players. I'm all for the players to get paid. That is important. Take care of your family. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the revenues that the NCAA and all these schools make, the players should be taken care of financially. But at some point, you're gonna have to have some rules, because how can you develop players and coach relationships if you can coach a player for a year and then all of a sudden he can just transfer to another university, and he can start playing right away. So it's just difficult for coaches. So that's why I don't knock any coach to like trying to make the best decision for the coach and their families. But it's important to have some type of loyalty involved, but more so because loyalty is something that is a value for any human being. But the structure of the NCAA have to have some more rules in terms of like getting into the portal and the NIL deals. Like you're not able to live, like sign a 2-year deal. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not able to leave in the first year. Like uh, I don't know. So it's kind of like the NBA, because this is shaping up like the NBA, and this was forced in a way by the NBA, because when kids start when the young players get paid in the G League, then they changed the game. They were like, I'm not going to go to college. I'd rather go to the G League because I'm one step away from the NBA. So I'm a little bit closer than being in college. So I I believe eventually this is going to sort it out properly, and this is going to be fixed in a way, because it's hurting the game in a way, but it's also engaging a lot of people. People are watching. So
Mm-hmm.
man, you have to have the balance of like, what do we want? We want people going crazy, having opinions. That's marketing. So we'll see.
Yeah. You know what? First off, to go to your point, if you were there when NIL was a thing, dude, you would have gotten paid. You would have gotten paid. My goodness, shirts and pants back in the day. But I don't. To your point, I think it's a good thing. Loyalty does matter to guys. It's easy when you looked at UConn's run the last couple years. They had a unity with guys. When Lonnie Baxter, we had him on last week, right? It was last week, Zach. And Lonnie was saying, well, we had a group together for a while. You get to know one another. Obviously, then Gary's the coach, and you're able to build off of what you've done each and every year. Guys are going free agents essentially, and that's a hard thing to kind of replicate, finding a team together, and that can get alleviated when the structure gets better. So I think that's a great point, and I'm glad you brought it up. Before I let you go, then I got to ask about some memories. People love stories, and you've had a lot of them. I'm guessing on a heartbreak standpoint, we'll start with the negative. The Michigan State would probably be up there. I know. And I'm sorry for bringing it up. If it makes you feel any better, I was on a road trip playing a baseball game, and I just got the notification that you guys were back. And all of a sudden, my phone froze, and it said final score. And I can only imagine for you, was that the worst moment for you? We'll get that out of the way.
It was the worst, because that was the first time I saw Gary crying. He was crying in the locker room, like his tears coming out of his eyeballs was like, my coach is like crying. It was hurtful. It was hurtful because we were gonna go to the Elite Eight, and then and eventually, with the confidence and how the team was built, even though we didn't have superstar, we were really the chemistry. We were unified. It was just, I was playing the highest level of basketball at that time. So it was really hurtful to all of us, and especially for Gary. And that was my last college game, man. I left college without, I'd rather lose by 20 than having a guy beating me on the buzzer like that. And I don't even know what is this guy at? Corey Lucius. What is she doing nowadays? We don't remember him anymore. So like, and I say this with respect, but like, bro, are you serious?
Why'd you do that? Come on, man. That's selfish of him. I get it. Michigan State did it again against the Terps this year. Maybe it's something with Michigan State.
Yeah, that was the deja vu, and then I was so I couldn't sleep that night. I was really pissed off. I'm like, what's going on with this Michigan State teams that beat us? And we played really well. We really played well. Both games we played really well. But unfortunately, you gotta play well enough to win games, and you gotta give him credit. Tom Izzo is like one of my favorite coaches too. A lot of respect. And a lot of great basketball that he's done throughout his college career as a head coach. So obviously you got to respect the history of Michigan.
Yeah, tip the cap to him. But then let's end on this on a positive note. Like Maryland, again, it's all about basketball. What is a memory for you specifically that you always hold dear as being a Terp?
Well, it's just the fact that every professor, everyone that worked for the school, every time walking around campus, all the fans, because you remember at the time I was a kid coming from a different culture, being a Latino, and trying to engage with people that didn't understand my behavior, my personality, neither my culture. At first it was really hard, but throughout my career in college, we fall in love. And I can never forget the fact that I have the best 4 years of my life at the University of Maryland. I love all of you guys, everyone that was with me at the time, everyone that is going and having the education taken care right now with us with Maryland. It's just like loyalty, love, respect. I mean, I had the greatest time of my life, man. I won a lot of games. I lost some other games, but it was more than a basketball game. It was more than being a basketball player. It was just, I felt like I told my family at the time, I was telling my family that, look, I think they love me more here than what they love me in Caracas. And my dad was like, shut up. No way. And when he came to visit, he felt that. So memories, so many. I won a lot of games, a lot of great experiences. But one of the biggest things that I identify myself with the school is one man, and he's the chosen one, Gary Williams. Like, and with that being said, if anything might happen throughout, after the tournament, I think he's the man that should be leading any situation, because he can bring all of us together. He's the legend. He's to me the president in a way. That's why I always feel safe, because as long as he's alive and he's doing what he's doing, I think we're all gonna go back and continue to praise him and love him.
I love that. And Gary's loved here. You're loved here. And you know why? Like I said, you said you felt the love is because you're one of us. You're one of one with University of Maryland. Well, I hope I get a chance to see you down the road here. And I hope then for your case and for all of ours, we see the Terps in the Final Four and you get to call them in that. That'd be amazing. And again, it's on Westwood One. You're covering in Spanish. But again, appreciate all the time. Enjoy the game tonight and hope to talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Graves Vasquez, everybody.
That was awesome.
I could run through a wall with him talking about Maryland.
Yeah, just
I
the
could.
love, the community and everything.
Well, that's what it's about. Don't we talk about community all the time here?
Yeah.
And you're talking about a guy that you're leaving a familiar place. You're going somewhere else and you're trying to figure out yourself as a young kid, adult.
Right.
And you're embraced. And that's what this area is, and the University of Maryland, you feel the love. And I think that's why people love the Terps so much, even though the basketball team hasn't gone to the heights that they have wanted to. The respect, the determination, and the consistency. People never give up on the Terps. And so I hope for all the Terp faithful out there, they get it done. That's my goal tonight. And we'll find out here. Great game. Man, I'm just fired up, man. Tonight, what, 7:30, 7:59? Something like that. And yes, Gary Williams. Except one thing I'll say with Gary, be careful when you golf with Gary. It's the only thing you got to be careful with.
Uh-oh.
But everything else, well, he's a competitor, man. He's an absolute competitor. This was great. And if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show. Do this live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday here at 2:30 Eastern time. That was a great way to kind of get ready. Because guess what, guys? We are close to first pitch. How are we feeling about this?
I think it got delayed.
Yeah. Well, then I guess we'll keep talking about
What do
it.
we get delayed for?
I don't know. I guess it's probably
I mean, it's not like they're inside.
Yeah, I just got an ESPN notification that said the start of the Orioles game has been. I wonder if it's just festivities.
It's
like
gotta be.
it's just got to be.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, game delayed. It's according to ESPN. Just I don't know, but no one it's not on Twitter or anything. So I'm assuming it's just like a delay for festivities throughout. It's the only thing I can think
So
of.
many festivities, so many room for activities. Might need to, maybe we get a workout in.
Oh,
Do we work out?
you could work out.
Should we work out?
Yeah, you go for it.
Should we get a little workout in? I'll stand up here for a second. Kevin.
Kevin Jumping Jacks, where you are.
Hey.
Oh, man, I'm really working right here.
Oh, dude. I'm so excited. Because you know what? This is the season, 2025, Brad.
Yep.
We're getting fit. We're getting hot. We're gonna look good. Look good, feel good, play good.
Dad bod summers, no more.
No more. We are ready to rock and roll. And guys, maybe it's a good time to release
Some news.
and announce some news.
Ooh.
Did we get fit? Where's the kettlebell? It's all the way over there, but you know what? That's okay. Because guys, we're gonna be looking good this summer. We're gonna be having a lot of fun this summer because we have a new sponsor
Woo-hoo.
of the Ryan Ripken Show.
Getting paid.
But guess what? They want to help you out.
Whoop, whoop.
People helping people. We have officially sponsored,
Hey.
partnered with Merrick Clubs. Boom, baby. When I move, you move, Zach.
Just like that.
And literally, when I move, you move. And look, we got a lot of things planned with them for the year. And one of the cool things to start off, at least, is they are giving us an opportunity to give away free memberships. 30-day trials, I should say.
Free. Who doesn't like free?
I like free.
I like free.
You were waiting to do that. You were waiting to do that. But they are.
I love catching you off guard.
You do a great job of that. So, Mayor Clubs, they're all around the Maryland region here, and this is how it's going to do. We're going to put this out on social media. So, but the thing is, there's a code, and if you watch the show, you'll be able to get the code and the link. So, the code is RIP25, RIP25, all lowercase. You type that in, you get 30 days free membership by using the Ryan Ripken link. But it's only good until April 15th for the 30 days. So you got 2.5 weeks to get it going, and we'll be rocking and rolling. But I cannot wait. And maybe, just maybe, you guys will get to see an alter ego. And maybe, just maybe, we're going to see Kevin when he gets back in studio here have to really work on his fitness. And one of those things, we might get a wheel in here, Brad. Didn't we talk about that?
We did.
Get a wheel in here.
Like a hamster wheel?
No, Kevin.
Jesus.
I mean, no, Kevin. I should, not a terrible idea when we're talking about fitness, but we're going to get a wheel. And if you say a word, say like we can't say the word hit with baseball. It might be hard. You get a hit or pitching or whatever. Whoever has to say the word, you have to go and do one of the exercises. We spin the wheel. We'll have 25 push-ups, 50 sit-ups, maybe holding a child's pose for 1.5 minutes, Kevin.
Is it all lowercase? RIP 25.
All lowercase, RIP 25. And that's it. You get 30 days. You sign up. And we're very excited and thrilled to be partnering with them, with Mayor Club specifically. If I can get this exactly the way that I want it. Are you pulling it up, or can I pull it
No,
up?
you can pull it up.
I'll pull it up.
I'm
But
putting it in the chat.
you're putting it in the chat. But we're thrilled to announce that we are joining with them. And as they are already official training center for the Baltimore Ravens cheerleaders, the Baltimore Blast, and we and them would like to invite you to experience the premier fitness destination in Baltimore, where local athletes enhance their life and wellness. And you know what? We might have a couple pool days ahead of ourselves
Hell
here, guys.
yeah.
So we appreciate it. And I guess I can try to find the link. I'll put the link in there. Did you put the link in?
It's in.
It's in there already?
You know, I'm doing my job.
You are doing your job. You know what, Brad? People might forget sometimes that you're there,
That I exist.
but you're there.
I'm here,
You
people.
are there. Well, guys, fellas, I think that I'm hearing that there's some wild festivities going on here with the Toronto setup.
Yeah, Rockabaka just tweeted that must be getting closer to first pitch, pregame festivities starting. So
Starting.
yeah, that's why it's delayed. It's just, I guess.
Apparently, did you hear that? I guess like Hyder and the ball club was like warned about, I guess, like some shenanigans during like the national anthem.
Yeah.
Is that a true statement? Do we have anything else on that one?
It was just put out by, I forget which reporter.
I haven't even gotten to see it yet. That's why I asked.
believe the
there's multiple reports.
yeah.
That Hyder
saw.
was, I guess, like briefed on, just like, hey, like could be some shenanigans during the national anthem because, like, political fanfare. Yeah.
Nice. Isn't that what we all want on today on opening day? Or yes, I just said there could be hostile reaction.
Yeah, like a repeat of like the hockey game.
Hockey game.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Benches clearing on opening day.
is that what that means? Just
Bring
like
it
with
on.
hockey?
Bring it on.
First pitch drilled.
Yeah.
Cowser, be
Yeah.
ready. Be careful
Damn,
there.
poor Cowser just can't escape getting hit.
It will be very interesting to see. But guys, maybe it's a good time to go and look around Major League Baseball here as we're looking ahead. Obviously, the Orioles and the Blue Jays are going to be playing, and we'll be live during the show or during the game, and we will react to certain things. So I'm very excited about what it all entails. And we are going to see what's going to happen. I was trying to pull it up right now on other games around Major League Baseball because, guys, there's a ton getting started.
Actually, there's only one other 3:00 game. It's Yankees Brewers. So
Yeah, why didn't any game start at like 1 o'clock?
it was a massive miss, but especially with the Sweet 16 and everything happening tonight.
Yeah.
I don't understand why that was another one of those Major League Baseball decisions where you're like, you had the entire 1 o'clock slate. You had the entire, but they're starting, most games are starting, I believe, at 4 o'clock, 4:05. 4:10. Damn. Yeah. Like, and then they even have, one.
It's a head scratcher,
Well, yeah,
Zach, do you want
9
to read
games
it?
starting at 4 o'clock is probably just a little overboard.
a little overboard. Sorry, Kev. What were you saying?
I was just gonna ask Zach if he wanted to give us the rundown on his fake fantasy baseball team he drafted after opening day.
No, we never did it. Yeah, we
which
just never
was
did.
the right decision because
We
Because
just
the
could
season
not
already
get-
started.
you missed the
Yeah,
deadline.
we're just throwing the towel in on the season.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, we just no one joined the league, and then no one wanted to actually make the league, and then it was just a disaster.
Well, I'm very sorry for you.
It happens. So we'll
That's
just have to
essentially
gamble.
what you did there is what should happen for this baseball season. Just cancel it.
Just cancel.
Just
It's
cancel it.
over.
But Brewers and Yankees are first pitch is probably roughly around when the Jays and O's are going to play. And then the Phillies Nationals 4:05. Red Sox Rangers, Garrett Crochet versus Evaldi today. Should be a good one. The biggest pitching matchup, though, for me on the day, guys, it's Paul Skeens versus Sandy Alcantara down in Miami. That
Yeah,
is
did you
lights
see-
out. 4:10 first pitch for that one.
Did you see Paul Skeens fit today going into life?
I did not. Do we have a photo of it?
Yeah. Here,
Can we pull that up?
We can. Give me 1 sec.
That'd be phenomenal. While you're pulling it up, I'll just go through some of the other games. Giants, Reds, Angels, White Sox, Guardians, Royals, Mets, Astros. Juan Soto's first game against Houston. Braves, Padres should be a really good one. Chris Sale on the mound versus Michael King. Twins, Cardinals, Tigers, Dodgers, Skubal versus Blake Snell. That's a spicy one.
Yeah.
Cubs, Diamondbacks, and then the final one of the day is the Sacramento Athletics are taking on the Seattle Mariners. Severino versus Logan Gilbert. You got Skeens fit right there. Woo! Okay.
He's got skull and crossbones on his tie.
Oh, for a little pirate.
Nice.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Yep.
I can see why he does that.
Yeah.
You know
How
what?
old is Andrew McCutcheon now?
Old.
Well, Brad, I mean, he still might be younger than you.
Is he younger than me?
Yeah,
Oh.
be careful here, Brad.
Well, I'm old.
You are not old. You and Kevin
I'm
are
old
the
in-
same age.
I'm old in baseball
True.
years.
Andrew McCutcheon is 38 years old.
See? He's a year younger than me.
Yep. Okay.
Well, if he turns 39 this year, we're the same age.
Oh, goodness.
His
Well,
birthday
Paul-
is in October.
Oh, so we're the same age.
There you go.
Justin Verlander is older than me.
Yes, he
I'll
is.
take that.
Max Scherzer is older than you.
Yeah.
So there's a few right there. But overall, it should be a very exciting day in Major League Baseball. And this is always one of the fun times of the year.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see. And we talked with Ben McDonald yesterday about this, and maybe while we're waiting for this delay, we talk about the AL East for a second. So if we can play that clip with Ben from yesterday's show, Ben McDonald's on the call talking about, hey, not only is the American League wide open, but the AL East specifically is anyone's. So let's play that clip for you guys. Remember the last time the AL felt as wide open as it is in general. And we talked about it even in the AL East with Cole down, Heel down. They were replacing Soto with Bellinger. You have Jazz back for them. Goldie, who's older and trying to bounce back. They have questions. Tampa, obviously, you mentioned McClanahan was the spark. They were hoping their guy to get back, but they're kind of stuck in the middle. The Blue Jays have been a team that's underperformed the last few years. And then there's Boston, who had a really good offseason, but still has a couple issues. I mean, in your mind, do you see a favorite in the AL East or in general, or am I crazy to think that if you told me 8 teams could represent the AL right now, I would believe you. I think that's a good thing. And the only reason I'm saying that is like all the issues that the Orioles have had with injuries, they're still in a really good spot.
I totally agree. I think the AL East is as wide open as we've seen it in recent years. I love what Boston did. Anytime you go get Crochet and you get Chapman at the back end, you got Bregman coming in and some others to go along with what's a really good core group. The Red Sox concern me. There's no doubt they concern me for sure. The Yankees, look, I think going in before all the injuries happened, I think the Yankees were clearly the favorite, to win this. But anytime you lose your number one and you lose the Rookie of the Year.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened right there.
It's the internet.
Perfect.
Yeah, you guys cut out for like 10 seconds earlier.
Well,
Yeah.
we might be
not
on
with-
the internet.
We are. This is the last straw, Rip.
We are getting new internet. Perfect.
Yeah, I was listening to Ryan talk, and then all of a sudden it disconnected, and I was just like, and then you came back like nothing happened. So
Yeah, we're back. Can you hear us now, Kevin?
yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
Perfect. Well, in that case, Ben, we're just talking about how wide open it is.
There you
Paraphrasing,
go.
wide open.
Cliff notes.
Wide open
Spaces.
spaces.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out this whole thing because now Laura's saying that there's saying first pitch is in 22 minutes. So I'm trying to see if there's a report on how long this ceremony is going.
We're going to find out. But what we do know is that the lineups are out. And maybe let's start on the opposing team, at least for the Orioles who they're facing off. Toronto, guess who is just in the heart of that order
Ryan
Tony.
Mountcastle
for the Blue Jays?
for the Blue Jays.
Tony
Left.
Taters.
Yes. And you know what? I just saw Matt Weirich for the Baltimore Sun, beat reporter, just put out a photo of Tony was being awarded his Silver Slugger for his season with the Orioles on opening day. So it was a photo of that. Looks different with him in the white Blue Jay uni. And actually, maybe our guest tomorrow can talk about how those negotiations came into play. We will have a little Ryan Ripken show special tomorrow for our Holy Shirts and Pants members. You will see this interview first. But we have a special guest from the Toronto Blue Jays joining us. No, it is not one of the players, but let's just say he had his hands in on all the moves and all the moves that they didn't make in the offseason and what it's like to try to extend players. So excited tomorrow to talk to our guest on all of that and a lot more. And Laura, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Laura.
Internet bill is going up. Hey, we're going to get better internet, but it's going to be a little bit pricier, but it's going to be
better,
consistent.
Yes.
You know, I am a little disappointed. I'm not going to use what our vendor is right here that we have, but I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Correct.
I'm just disappointed. But opening day is here. Now let's talk about this Orioles lineup, guys. Jackson Holliday is going to bat ninth, but play shortstop. That was one of the big things I saw on today's game. Jorge Mateo makes the roster.
As a locker.
He is there.
As a locker.
So it's interesting, right? I thought about this for a moment. I got asked on 105.7 The Fan this morning about it. Jackson is going to possibly, have a fantastic year, but he's still got to learn a lot. He's also trying to learn how to be a second baseman. A little surprised that he's playing short, not because he can't play short, but it's a lot of pressure and expectations early on. I expect Gunnar to be back as soon as his time is up next week.
Mm-hmm.
But still, it makes you wonder a little bit, right? What's that going to be? His first game, first opening day, by the way, for Jackson Holliday here. And he's playing shortstop in Toronto. So one thing to note there, Cowser leading off. And how about Ryan Mountcastle, the president of Canada it's not Prime Minister. It's Prime Minister. Sorry. Well, now they're really going to hate me then. Yeah, they're really going to boo.
Damn it, Rep.
Yeah, it's crawfish etouffee, by the way.
It's etouffee?
Yeah.
So I was close. Crawfish etouffee. Shout out Ben McDonald. Shout out Nikki. Ryan Mountcastle's hitting 6 in this lineup. It's a deep lineup.
Yeah.
What are you guys most excited about, Brad, seeing this? Start with you with this Orioles lineup here for game 1.
It's Mountie. How can you, Mr. Automatic in Toronto. I feel like if you're betting on betting on dingers, Tyler O'Neill on opening day and Ryan Mountcastle in Toronto. That's what I'm excited about today.
Zach?
I'm excited to see how they bounce back after just last year, disappointing second half, disappointing playoffs. I'm excited to see guys like Cowser, Jackson Holliday, just seeing guys. I'm really excited to see Jordan Westberg just play the game of baseball again. I'm just excited, guys like Adley, seeing, he's looks in shape. He was having a great spring. I think I'm just excited to see the bounce back Ben McDonald talked about yesterday. This is a deep American League, and it's a very deep American League East, and you do not want to get left behind early. So it's important, especially, you get Toronto right now, then you go right against Boston. You need to get it hot early. You need to take care of business. So I'm excited for that. Just opportunity to start off on the right foot.
And also, by the way, for that one part, it is a tough stretch for them to start.
Yeah. Oh, the schedule's brutal.
The schedule is a tough start, especially 2 division rivals, and division games matter even more.
Yeah.
And they got 2 that they're going to be competing with the whole way, Blue Jays, and then Boston comes to Baltimore for the home opener. Kev, what about you? What are you focusing on here as the Orioles get ready, and rest of Major League Baseball? We'll start specifically for the O's for game 1 of 162.
Yeah, I think for me, it's Westy. I'm excited to see him back full time. Obviously, he was so good when he was in the lineup last season. Obviously, they missed him down the stretch last year. But I think that, you talk about a lot of different X factors, and I know people talk about Adley's bounce back, hopefully, and, how the young guys will step up. But I think really if Jordan Westberg can put together a full 162 or at least close to it, he's the guy that I think is going to be, because everybody knows how good Gunnar is. Everybody knows they have power in the lineup, but Westy's just so consistent. He's a guy that can get on base. He can flash the power. I think that he's the guy. He's the glue guy to me. I think Westy is the glue guy for the Orioles. And I'm also still not sure if Jackson made the team yet. Not sure if he got that announcement.
I guess he did.
Yeah, and he didn't know. We don't know. he was on the plane. He's in the lineup, so I guess that's a good sign. But excited for Jackson too.
Let him know.
Sources have confirmed that Jackson Holiday
Right
is
before
in Toronto.
first pitch, they're like, Jackson, this is so awkward.
Hey, time out, come back here.
Yeah,
Come back here.
Jorge, go out there to short. Sorry about that, Jackson. That was a typo.
Yeah.
Gave the wrong guy the ticket.
And Mateo and Holiday, it's an easy mix-up when you're writing that down. You
Well,
know what?
from behind, they look very similar. If they were just like passing them out,
you know.
Yeah, like the same body type too,
Yeah.
same age. You know, everything lines up.
You know what I'm excited for?
Yeah, what are you excited for?
Deep Eddie's on opening day.
Oh,
Shout out.
I think you know what I was gonna say. What was happening to me? It's opening day. It's a party.
Yeah.
It's a party.
Crack one open.
I'll tell you what, though, we might have some things going on opening day down at Pickles Pub, by the way, with Deep Eddie.
I'm telling you, the pineapple
Crush.
They hit it out of the park. Pun intended. With that shit.
We are going to have some fun. What?
We have our first home run of the season, and it was a short portrait by Austin Wells. First row, line drive.
1-0 Yankees. Just
All
like
right. Pack it up. Orioles lose. Yeah, at least it's over. See you later.
Give it to the Yanks already.
Yanks, it's already over. It's already done.
Yes.
Why play the game?
I would love to see where this is a home run in.
So to finish out the Deep Eddie part, if you're going to be around Pickles, I'm going to get down there early. I'm doing pregame for 105.7 from 1 to 3
on
Monday. But earlier that day, we're going to get down there, and maybe we'll say there's a chance to win a crush on me. But you got to be down there to see what's going to happen there. Crush on me with Deep Eddie. We got a lot of things planned with them as we move into the season, so I cannot wait on the possibilities here, guys. So all I know is we're going to day drink responsibly. You guys are in the celebrating move right now, and hopefully if the Orioles hit some dingers, or the vibes are high, or they're low. That's what you got. That's what Deep Eddie is for.
Yep.
I was right. Austin Wells' home run was a home run in one of 30 stadiums.
How far?
That was, dude. It's like
348 feet. So
Yeah.
it's not. It was. It was. The fan in the first row caught it.
I was
right
going to
here.
say
It was
if Cedric Mullins was playing the outfield, he would have caught that.
Yeah, the left fielder was just a little. He made a jump at the warning track and it
Hit off his glove.
It hit the fan in the first row right in the stomach. Yeah. So it was a little. It was a line. I mean, it was a. If it was a piss if it was
missile,
anywhere else,
if
it was, and this is the thing. It wasn't one of those cheap ones where he popped it up and got out of it.
Yeah.
Hey, where else he's sitting on second base with a stand-up double.
All right, fine. I'm gonna look this up so I can see it for my own.
Also,
self.
No, he got on top of a fastball. I mean,
Austin Wells' mustaches.
Incredible. Also,
elite.
a leadoff hitter, catcher. Just sign me up.
Yeah, I gotta say, and 2-0 swinging off of Peralta here. Let's see where this fastball is located.
Yeah, I mean it's.
And
I mean he jumps on it. But
it's a missile.
Yeah,
no doubt a missile. Hey, you know what? But that's in New York, and I gotta say, I want to look at the best stashes or facial hair. He's already in the mix right now. That's a phenomenal stash.
Yeah.
If we're looking at it, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can. We're not gonna play the video, but I want to see if we can just get a picture of that stash in there. I'll pull it up because it's a nice stash.
Yeah,
it's elite.
It's elite.
And we got to give credit where credit's due. You got it?
Yeah.
We don't need to play the video. Just need the stash.
I know. I got you. There it is. Look at that thing.
That thing is feathered and lethal.
It's like a Tom Selleck type stash, Burt Reynolds type mustache, just classic.
I wish I could grow a good mustache.
Yeah.
I think it's just such a power move to be able to have. And I know, saying, oh, it's outdated. I did kind of like the Yankees facial hair policy. It's, hey, be clean shaven or have an unbelievable stash.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Good mustache or clean shaven. But hey, times have changed. Yankees are up. And guys, I will say with New York, since we're on the subject right here and they're off to a good start, but this is a team I'm really curious about. Obviously, you know what Aaron Judge can do, but can Cody Bellinger, hidden behind Judge, he had a great spring. Are we going to see that Cody Bellinger you saw earlier in his career with the Dodgers and the last couple of years in Chicago, or the one that's had struggles? And there's a lot of expectations for a Yankees team that has a little bit more age. Paul Goldschmidt's a phenomenal player, had a great career so far, but is he going to bounce back from the last couple of years? And then the younger guys, Jason Dominguez, who we've seen might have some question marks defensively, but offensively, it looks like the guy can swing it. Anthony Volpe there at shortstop, and then, Ben Rice. So I'm really curious to see how it's going to be. And then, by the way, the strength of their team was their pitching staff. They're hurting right now. Carlos Rodon is on the mound for them on the bump. So we will see if they're going to get in the victory column for game number 1.
There you go.
There we go. Just like that. And it looks, everyone keeps saying rain delay. Is there actually a rain delay in St. Louis? Or just delayed because of?
I think everywhere is being just delayed currently because
Too
of
many festivities.
They should honestly just say,
just tell us what time you're starting the festivities and we'll just gauge off that.
they should say first festivities at 3:07.
Hey, I love that we finish each other's.
Sentences.
Yeah.
Just be like, yo, guys, we're probably going to start announcing names around this time just so we can get a better gauge, because when you see 3:07 start, everyone's assuming that means the first pitch. So that means everyone was probably getting in their seats at like 2:40, 2:35 to be ready for everything. And then at like 3:00, everyone's like, oh, we've been sitting here for 20 minutes just to start the festivities.
Aaron Judge has not had a great spring.
Thought you were going to say season.
Pretty abysmal spring. Well, yeah, season sucks for him so far. Does Aaron Judge historically start slow? Last year, obviously, he was slow.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like weirdly, like every year he's just garbage in April, and then like that March, April first month
Cranks it up.
and then June it's like he just averages like 18 home runs a month after
Yeah.
that. Like he's like, okay, I let people understand, like, okay, I let people get ahead in the home run race. He's just bored at this point. He's like, what if I give them a 15 home run lead this year and then I start trying?
Yeah, he's something. He is a very, very good.
0 for 1 lined out to center. Did the Yankees miss their opportunity to blow it up and trade him? I mean, people are asking.
There it is.
I still think he's 25 years old.
Batting average is now 0.
Yeah, Kevin finding out that Aaron Judge was not 25 was one of the funnier episodes we've ever. He's not.
I really was convinced he was 25.
27-year-old rookie. He was a very old rookie.
Yeah.
One video, and since we're still kind of waiting, or actually one news that came out in the last 24 hours, and it's in division as we keep going down here, because that one matchup I'm excited about later at 4:05, Red Sox Rangers, right? Crochet on the bump, see how he looks. Anthony Valdi was a guy I know a lot of people in Baltimore were interested, but he wanted to go back to Texas. Good deal for him. But how about the news? Alex Cora, their manager, coming out and saying that Devers is going to be the DH, full-time DH.
Good.
And Bregman is going to play third. And there was already stresses there to start.
I love it.
But that is what is happening right now. Rafael Devers will be the DH. Alex Bregman will be the everyday third baseman of the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, it's like one of those things where it's like, what could really go wrong? You have, kind of the cornerstone of your franchise for so many years say he wants to be the starting everyday third baseman. That's his, position. You bring in this veteran player for a lot of money and you go, okay, actually, no, we're going to go against what you said. I just don't see a way it turns out poorly. I think this is going to be great for everyone involved. And it honestly, joking aside, probably will. I think this is going to be one of those non-stories where maybe for the first week we're like, oh, is there tension in Boston? And then we'll forget about this in 2 months.
Or that's what I thought.
Red Sox have to blow it up.
I don't think they're going to do that. And they also have a Rookie of the Year candidate in Christian Campbell. Has had a phenomenal
Red Sox are
spring.
deep in their
they got a good team. They got a very good team, but that is one thing to monitor. And if we stay in the American League East for one more team, have you guys seen the rebranded Steinbrenner Field for the Tampa Bay Rays?
No.
In the Yankees spring training complex? Well, guess what? I'll pull that up here. Front Office Sports put it out.
Good guys.
And if I share my screen real quickly, look at this. So as you guys know, Steinbrenner Field, George Steinbrenner and the Steinbrenner family, it's the Yankees spring training, and the Rays are going to be playing there for this season. But if I then dive into, where did I share the screen? Where is it? It's right here. Good. So they've rebranded the field, right? So this is the Yankees field, but it is rebranded Raise up. You can see thank you, Yankees, which again, it is a huge help to our organization and for teams where.
What are you sharing?
Can you not see it?
Sure, yeah, it's the Austin Wells video.
Oh, amazing. It didn't.
Because that's my screen was sharing.
It's on the wrong one.
There you go.
That's why. Can we see it now?
Yes.
There we go. So raise up. Thank you, Yankees. And this is for a team. It's
That's
a
pretty
big
sick
stretch.
looking.
It is. That honestly probably better than their home clubhouse in
Yes.
Tropicana Field.
Yes.
Gonna be honest.
Just real fast, I think we have a leader for the best. Baseball will always give you the funniest moments of the season. Tanner Bybee, a few years ago, tweeted out that before every single game, he eats a Chipotle bowl, and that's his thing. Tanner Bybee was just scratched from opening day with food poisoning.
Oh,
So the Guardians will not be having Tanner Bybee start for them on opening day. And we can only assume with context clues because, as you know, Rip, baseball players, creatures of habit.
Creatures of habit.
I don't see the Chipotle Bowl magically, especially after the career he's been having and how much talent he has, that he just went away from that. But we can putting two and two together. It's
he's gonna switch over to Qdoba, which is the right choice, by the way. But
you would.
Whoa.
That
whoa.
just is the most.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
There's a poll out there.
let's get the poll rock.
Early predictions, and I left the Orioles out of here because come on, people. Who represents the AL and pennant this year? I have Red Sox, Guardians, Rangers, Royals.
And again, emphasizing that it's taking out the Orioles to keep it unbiased because
Correct.
we know they're. Well, actually, there might have been that people might have not chosen the Orioles anyway.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's the Red Sox.
Right now, yeah, the Red Sox are in the lead right now with 44%.
Wait, did you put Rangers in there?
I put Rangers,
Rangers,
Royals,
I'm putting actually over them.
Rangers, Royals, Guardians, Red Sox. Royals have the second most votes right now at 33%. Guardians, Rangers tied for 11%. Actually, kind of surprised that people aren't buying into the Guardians, but
I will say something. Talk about one of those things where it's just like baseball is hard and life comes at you fast. Evan Carter didn't make the Rangers opening day roster.
That is correct.
After being kind of that hero in the postseason run to their world championship 2 years ago, or I guess the season before last, and then being the very wide front runner for rookie of the year going into that season, obviously had his struggles, and then going from, hey, this is that no miss, he's going to be the future of the Rangers, to not make an opening day roster. Also, I will like to say it's a testament to how good of a team the Rangers have, which I do not think people understand. Obviously want the Orioles to have as much success as possible. A guy that I really hope can finally stay healthy there is Josh Young. Just, it feels like every year he has one of those, sort of like Royce Lewis recently. He just, every time he's on the field, he's lights out. He's a star. But then it's some stupid, gets hit by a pitch, gets, a weird turning on running the bases. It's just those little freak accidents. I hope he can have a full season, as much as that would make it a pain in the ass for the the Orioles to eventually face. He's a guy that I've just enjoyed watching since college.
God, how is Lamar Jackson gonna stop Josh Young?
I don't know. Well, if Josh Young can't,
I guess Josh Young can stop Lamar Jackson.
He is third base, so as long as he keeps the edge, I mean, keep it inside. Let Corey Seager and Trevor Simeon, deal with tackling over the middle.
Toronto fans are booing the national anthem.
You mean Marcus Simeon?
Yep. I felt like that was just happening.
Yeah.
It was going to happen. But you know what? What do? You go win on the field. Also, by the way,
and charge the mound.
Just get in a fight. Someone just start hitting somebody.
Just get in a fight and get it all out and then move on.
Well, whichever team charges them out first, who they need on their bench? Freddie Gonzalez.
They do.
Need Freddie Gonzalez. That man is you know what I love? He puts the glasses down. He already knew.
He saw it coming.
He knew it was happening. His spidey sense, he felt it. He saw it. Glasses off. Whammy. Guys, I appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Ryan Ripken Show. We're live Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays on YouTube, 2:30 to 4:30. And then we also, it's on the audio formats, which again, I think people were realizing we put that out on the audio platforms here. And that's on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. And to keep putting it out there. Continue to rate and review. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if we should keep Rocco away from the set. And Kevin, should we have more cooking segments? Should we find a way to have Brad featured more so he's not the forgotten man? Whatever it may be.
I'm telling you right now, at this point, I swear Brad could host the entire 100 straight shows by himself, and people would still be like,
They still don't
"You
know.
look familiar."
What? I don't know why. I don't know why I'm a forgettable face.
Except
Okay.
Oscar. Oscar immediately.
Oh yeah.
Oscar's a real one though.
Yes, he is. Damn right he is. And you know what? Gary Williams, Stole My Lawn Furniture Show. Those guys, they are the real ones as well. And you know what, Zach, we can agree that we're not the biggest fan of the Hall, but
Did you see the shit that went down? Did you see? No, this is.
Do you want to read that for you?
Hey, French school baseball coming in hot.
I think that's for
no,
you.
You know what's crazy
for you.
is I'll give it to Brooks. He could have been so much. The first score was 17-0. So he was being nice by putting the 7-0 score.
Oh, that's right now.
Yeah, this is a lost a.
I think you have to
24-0.
say. I think you have to say the second.
No,
sentence.
I don't. Think
I'll read the first. One.
I'll
You
read
can
the first part if we want to. MIA baseball update. Calvert Hall. I can't.
Do you know the stuff I've had to do for donations on this show, Zach? You can read this sentence.
Self-respect. Some of us.
That's a good point.
The man. I'm sorry, sports don't mean anything as friends, Kevin, but this is tough for some of us. The MIAA.
Damn.
The MIAA, the A conference over here.
Hey, we played boys Latin once and got beaten 20-0. We showed up. We showed up.
You guys have lacrosse.
I was injured, but the team that
And you know what? And that's the reason they got you on the day that you weren't healthy.
I never won. I was never on the field for a win.
It's the loyal education.
Is that? I think people might have missed that. Kevin, you didn't win a single game when you were on the field.
I wasn't on the field. I was either injured or we just lost when I was on the field. I was injured for 2 of my 4 full seasons of high school. I suffered 2 season-ending injuries before the season started, my sophomore year and my senior year. And my freshman year and my junior year, I had other minor injuries, and they won when I wasn't on the field, and they lost when I was.
Ladies and gentlemen, real fast. Sorry about that, Kevin. Colton Cowser has stepped in the box.
There we go.
The first pitch of the 2025 season. That was a warm-up pitch. My bad, guys. Okay, Various. That was really dramatic for the final warm-up pitch. He took a second to take it in, and I was like, okay, here we go. And then he just, okay.
I thought you were going to say, and he got drilled.
No, well, we cannot
That
rule
would
that
have been
out.
epic.
I would
That
feel
would've been
so
epic.
horrible
And
for
the
him.
benches have cleared in Toronto.
They're just going at Tony.
Freddie
It's
Gonzalez is
3-3
coming in
mode.
from the stands.
You know what? I wouldn't put it past him.
Hey,
Guys lost
Kevin,
ball.
what was your career batting average? Do you know?
I was a walk guy. I was so short they couldn't throw over the zone.
So
High on base.
Okay, here we
Yeah.
go.
so
I feel like Stan Van Gundy.
hold him back.
The first pitch of the 2025 season to Colton Cowser. Oh, he takes it for a ball. Just
There we
what
go.
a take.
Orioles are winning the World Series. It's over.
All right, so you heard here. Tickets for the World Series will be available sometime in October. Use code RIP25 for $10 off to your,
25.
for your
Yeah,
World Series.
I am proud to say I never hit a ball out of the infield.
You're proud to
You
say
probably shouldn't. I think you missed.
Who's
Hey, I
proud
think-
with that?
Do you know the definition of proud when you were?
Well,
young?
I had a great game. We went up to Mount Carmel, and
Oh,
I had 2 hits in that game, and they both went right on the edge of the infield.
Can you name on one hand or two how many hits you've had in your life?
No, because it's
What?
You have more than that.
I had more hits, but they were all infield.
Wait, actually,
You
you
never never had a hit to the outfield in your career.
Were you using?
I was a very line drive up the middle, no.
Well,
I
line
had no
drive
power.
leaves the infield. Line drive leaves the infield, Kevin.
Well, no, I'm saying the ball initially hits the infield and then goes. I never had a ball that
Landed in the outfield.
landed
air.
in the outfield first.
Well, that's something. I was in a marching band in high school.
We're learning a lot today on opening day. What
what a take.
what marching band or what'd you play?
North Carolina High School.
What'd you play?
Trumpet. I was actually one of the best trumpets.
Oh, you're a trumpeter.
Oh,
What the brass section in North Carolina High School brass section for marching band was one of the best on the East Coast. Top 5.
how do they measure? Like, I'm actually curious. How do they measure?
It's scoring. So like they score you based off of your show. Like, they have halftime shows like the Ohio State
Yeah.
halftime show. There's actually judges that score that shit. And they score you by section too. And my brass section was the best, one of the best in the country.
What could you really brass down to? What was
Hey,
the
I
song?
had all the solos.
So what song did you like to trumpeter it to?
Uh,
What got you off with the
best-
trumpet?
Our best performance was. Hey, you remember the you remember the beef? It's what's for dinner. Dun dun dun. Remember
Yes.
that back in the day?
Yep.
That's what we played. That was part of our sheet music.
That's what got you off.
Yeah,
That's
what got us off. Beef.
beef. What beef?
What's
It's
for dinner? That was one of them.
That's great. I can see we might. So if we pull out a trumpet for one of these days, you
Yeah,
still
can we
have
do that?
like
So-
riding a bike?
I still have it. I still have my trumpet.
My Ripken show band. I played clarinet.
I played clarinet too, Kevin, in third grade.
I played the recorder.
Yeah, Squidward.
Look at this. We have a whole Rocco can play the drums. We have a whole.
Well,
we have
I
a
was
whole
jazz
band.
band too. I was in all of the bands, all of them, because I was a band nerd.
Oh,
Baby.
Dinger! Dinger alert!
Oh,
Press my button. If you aren't
So back.
aren't buying an Adley Rutschman revenge tour in 2025, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. Then you just don't like, I guess, betting on the right side. Adley's about to have a monster year, and it's very fitting. Adley Rutschman goes big ball on a 2-1 changeup over the heart of the plate.
Who is the bullpen catcher this year? Because he has got hops. He was doing
Is it Carhartt?
baby. Tell him he's got hops. Text him. Why did he not text him immediately? I told him to.
I think they're a little busy. But there it is. First homer, first run of the year. The Orioles are fine, everybody.
Anthony Volpe with a Apo Taco.
The O's are fine, and the Yankees are also rolling. But Milwaukee did get on the board 2-1. I like seeing some action early. One thing I was curious with this game, and this is with all opening day, because I don't want to, we're going to have some live reactions here, but then it'll be a little bit dated. So for those that listen later, opening day is a lot of guys have the jitters, right? You're excited to be out there. As pitchers, the goal is to try to not overthrow. For hitters, it's trying not to do too much, stay within yourself. I will say it helps when you play in a dome or a closed area as far as the environment's sake at the same time. So I'll tell you what, though, it's a huge relief when you have guys get off to a good start. And how about Jordan Westberg following it up with a single to left right there?
Yep.
So, or single
Half
to
my
right.
parlay.
What does he do, Zach? What does he do?
All he does is produce, Kevin. All he does. I mean, Kevin, say something. Say anything.
Anything.
He produces. Jesus, Kevin, what don't you get?
And I will say, though, in general, this is why I look for the Yankees. Anthony Volpe going deep. Talk about a guy that needs to build up some confidence. And a lot of people, remember in the beginning, people were talking about him and Gunnar Henderson as far as being a same type of player. And then I feel bad is that people really, especially in New York, were all over him. Oh, he's disappointing. He's not living up to the hype. And remember that he jumped up to the bigs pretty quickly overall and made the team. Volpe's a talented player, but it's really important for him to get off to a good start to build that confidence. Really, for young players, especially trying to bounce back, it is important. Now, it looks like that Jordan Westberg base hit really did not lead to anything else. Why? Well, it's the end of the inning. So,
Actually, very unfortunate ending to the inning. O'Hearn with a very nice opposite up the middle, I guess shortstop side line drive caught by Bochette and caught Westy moving too quickly off first, getting a little too antsy. But here we come, Zach Eflin, baby.
Zach Eflin making
That
his
was a
start.
no-
Fellow Zach, stand up.
That was okay.
All right.
That was
Welcome.
a no doubter Adley home run, by the way. He smacked that ball.
436.
And you know what? I'm wondering if I can try to break down some things here live in the moment. Should I try to do that? Oh, wow. Yeah. Should I try to break something
Are you,
down a
are,
little
you,
bit?
are you looking at that dinger?
Yeah.
Yeah, he smacked that ball.
And you know what? Hanging changeup. You know what? Screw it. I'll try to break it down here while we wait here. But that's a great sign. And what I love about it is using the big part of the field.
Yeah.
And not trying to hook this thing. And I'll explain in a moment here. But great start. And you know what, for Berrios, that is one of his go-to pitches. He wants to throw that off-speed and change up there. And 2-1 count, hitters count, trying to get him out in front. And Adley was out in front, but not out in front enough. Not out in front enough. Why can't I pull it up? There it is. When I move, you move. Kevin.
I'm muted. Just like that.
Okay. Thank you, Kevin. I was about to say, we might have to bring back to put my poems in you at some point.
Yes.
We might have to bring that back. Someone asked, it was asked yesterday about put my poems in you. And
I think you just got scared because I was getting so many right.
I don't think that's what I was worried about for one moment.
That's what the streets are saying. I don't know.
I do just
Kevin?
real fast need to put out there because Bo Bichette just walked up to the plate. Very few people have downgraded themselves look-wise with a haircut as Bo Bichette did. The flow was absolutely unreal. Cutting it, I know he's looking for a different vibe this season, but I don't know. I think you should have let the lettuce go.
Let the lettuce.
Lettuce.
Are you gonna let your lettuce go?
Right.
Who are you
Are
talking
you gonna
about?
let your lettuce go?
Talking about me? I can't
Zach.
grow
Zach.
Well, it's like kind of going. Like, what do you mean?
Hey.
Hey.
That was good. You guys right on top of it. It's like we're getting to know each other a little bit more.
Only took what, a year?
Like
and
we're
a half?
best friends.
It's like we're best friends.
We spend too much time together.
So you know what? Should I bring up this?
You should.
I'll bring it up. I'll bring up the vid.
if I cut my hair, he's out. I know. I've contemplated chopping it all off.
Yeah, he's brought it to us multiple times. We had to talk him out of it a few times.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I can literally put it in a ponytail.
We
now.
don't have much hair, like good hair on this show, so we got to keep as much as we can.
I got told my hair was not thinning today, though. We were doing better, so I was happy about it.
Who lied to you about that?
No, well, they told me the other day it was worse, and today they said it was better than it was before.
Oh, okay, so progress.
Oh.
So what? A 2-day difference is what that is?
No, like when I got my hair cut before to this.
Oh, okay.
So in a 4-week difference, they said, yeah, it was a little bit thinner, but I've been trying to stay proactive and it's a little bit better than it was. Do I still look good, Kevin? Would I whoop your ass in every category? You're damn right. You might have the best bedhead out of all of us here, but everything else besides fish collection, I got you. All right. And don't you forget that.
Don't mess with me about the fish, man. Don't mess with me about the fish.
Yeah, don't mess. But hey, here's the thing. Let's talk a little bit about this Orioles home run by Adley Rutschman. Since we're in the moment, this is kind of why we're doing it, right?
Yeah.
People helping people. So Adley's going to go big ball here. I'm going to pull it up. I guess we could have even done it on the big board. We could have.
That's okay.
We can do it for the future if my computer loads. Here we go. There it is. Timeout. So in this count right now, it's a 2-1 count. And typically, hitters counts, you want to be aggressive. And in this case, though, in hitters counts, most people in general are thinking, okay, trying to hit off the fastball, or maybe they're going to try to, give me a pitch to hit. But for Berrios, one of his best pitches, I don't know what happened there.
Hold on.
Bring it on back.
Yep.
So one of his strengths and his pitches that he likes to throw is that changeup specifically. So you're going to see right now, and you mentioned it, he smacks the hell out of it. If you're going to throw a changeup to a guy like Adley, you're thinking outside corner of the plate. Let that thing die off, and you're going to see right now it's going to stay right over the heart of the plate. And I mean, that's a wheelhouse. And yeah, Adley's a hair out in front. You can kind of see his back leg a little bit more in how he finishes, right? That finish in the back leg, he was a little bit out in front, but when you stay back enough with your swing and you're in a good spot, well, guess what? good things can happen. And right over the keg sign, about 100 and some feet more, going 436 for Adley Rutschman. And this is the Adley that we all saw in the past years. And I think that people really underestimate physical injury, but also the mental side. I don't know how to preach it any more ways about how important it is mentally. How about the stories with Ben McDonald? We just talked about that story we released with Calvin and calling pitches with Ben McDonald and Chris Hoyles. Do you think that it was a talent issue for Ben or for Chris trying to call the game or them trying to get it together? No. It's all mental. It's how do you continue to develop? That's why I brought up the Zach Eflin clip. Zach Eflin, when you're looking at it, you're reading the swings of the hitter. Not saying, okay, wait, what does the analytics say? It's, well, no, how do my pitches feel that day? How is the batter seeing them? And how can I continue to push him? What do you got for me?
Zach Eflin, 1-2-3 inning, concluding the 3 with a 2-2 pop-up by Anthony Santander. And then Eflin had a little something to say to Tony as they laughed running past each other. You know, we can only assume very personal insults.
Surprised it wasn't.
It looked like both were going to swing on each other. You know, the smiles were looking fake to me, you know.
Goodness gracious. Well, if you're new to the channel too, Ryan Ripken Show live Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, not Monday anymore, 2:30 to 4:30. But since it's opening day, we're staying live right now. So people have asked about a watch along. Well, we are doing a little bit of a watch along right now in some cases. And to kind of talk about with that inning right there, Zach, exactly right. And you know what I loved? No more than 5 pitches in a bat for Zach Eflin. He's a guy that wants to go after the hitters. He'll live with it. Yep. Bo Bichette lined out to right. Cool. Hey, make you earn it. All right, great. Then got Vlad Guerrero Jr. striking out swinging. That was actually, maybe it was foreshadowing. That was one of the clips I used from last year for Zach Eflin. Starts it off with a sinker, sweeper, curveball, sweeper to get Vlad. And then, getting Tony Taters to pop on up, and that's the end of the inning. Great start. But Zach Eflin, when we talk about nerves, this is a veteran that's been around. This is not a moment where he's going to be questioning himself. What you got, Zach?
And kind of talking about, you know, what we've talked about and you in your breakdown with Zach Eflin, Eflin's topped out at 93.7 miles per hour on a sinker. That was his hardest thrown pitch in the first inning. So nothing that's going to overpower you. Nothing that you're sitting there going, okay, I got to rev up for this 93.7. But if you watch the at-bats like I was, he sneaks a changeup in on Tony where he's gone fastball inside, slider inside. Tony's looking, okay, we're going out and away. Throws a changeup, perfectly dots the inside. Tony literally looks at him like, you got me. All right, now it's 2-2. Zach Eflin just knows how to read hitters. He can tell what they're doing, and that's what makes him a good pitcher. You know, he's not a thrower. He's a pitcher. He knows how to use what he has, how his pitches work off of each other, and then from there, he finds ways to get you out. I mean, Ben McDonald talked about yesterday when talking about how these Orioles don't strike guys out. He was like, a ground ball and 2 pop-ups is a damn good inning. He's like, it's funny because the 3-pitch immaculate inning and the 9-pitch immaculate inning and the 9-pitch 3 ground outs go as the same thing in the scorebook. It's just 0 in the run column. That's all you can ask for.
Yep. The end of the goal for a starting pitcher is 2 things, right? Get deep into a game to take pressure off of your staff in general, and then give your team a chance to win. You do that on the majority of times. One, you're going to make a lot of money. If you're going to talk about that, you're going to be around for a while, and your team's probably going to win a lot of games. And for Zach Eflin, that's the thing that's been underestimated. That's with Charlie Morton, the thing that I think that's being underestimated. Can you post up and can you be reliable? Can you be dependable? Checks those boxes. And then can you just give your team a chance to win more nights than not? And if that's the case, and with this Orioles lineup, then, hey, I'll take those odds. And right now, good start. And also to talch about with Barrios on the mound, as he just walked Tyler O'Neill to start off this
Which
game.
is kind of disappointing. I mean, everyone wants to see the biceps go boom. Give the guy a chance.
The biceps go boom. You know what? Oh, I should have gotten the kettlebell going.
I will say, though, he walked on a Tyler O'Neill damn good take.
3-2 slurve.
Mm-hmm.
And Mark, this is what it's all about. Make them earn it. I think the hardest thing for me to deal with when I pitched back in high school and I stopped is when I walked a guy and they ended up scoring, I'd be frustrated because I'm like, you know what? If he just hits the ball 500 feet, but I walk 2 guys and then there's a little blooper or something happens, then I feel like, okay, did they really earn that opportunity? Well, yeah, it's up for debate, but they did because they got on base. But as a pitcher, I could live with the fact of, hey, solo home run, fine. If I give up 4 or 5 hits, all right, I didn't make good enough pitches. But when you walk a guy, that's where you're in trouble, especially lead off walks. So we'll see what's happening here and what did just happen here.
Oh, Ryan Mountcastle, baby.
No homer,
you.
but Mounties. And guess who's up? My man, get the socks ready.
Get the socks for Seti. Socks for Seti. Put on a damn shirt. Somebody write that down.
Socks for Seti.
Socks for Seti.
And you know what? For all of our we're talking about shirts here, going to have possibly some Deep Eddy shirts that are going to be available. But for our Holy Shirts and Pants members, I'm going to send you a message on YouTube. I'm going to need your email so I can send off on the address of where I can send your very own Ozer Fine shirts. That's where it's opened up to first. If you're looking to be a channel member here, Holy Shirts and Pants member, click that join button. We appreciate our Holy Shirts and Pants members. You guys have been the backbone for us from the beginning since we started off the channel. So thank you again. All of this has gone into what we've done here in the studio. So thank you very much for everything. And it looks like we got a little action.
Yep.
Those wheels, Seti Mullins.
Baby.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think it's very early on, but this is the part of the lineup that I mentioned earlier. Depth in an offense is so important. And so Ryan Mountcastle's hitting sixth in this offense. I'll tell you what, a lot of lineups, Ryan Mountcastle might be hitting 3rd or 4th.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's that good of a hitter. But for Baltimore, he's hitting 6th. Cedric Mullins is hitting 7th. Ramon Arias, who has been a great when you need him, comes up in big moments and just, does what he's asked. It's great to see. That is one thing that the Orioles in the American League, I honestly think they have one of the best lineups from 1 to 9 if they're healthy. Now imagine you add in a Gunnar Henderson to that lineup. It's pretty good. Now, again, long way to go. We're not talking just about hitting. But when you look around with the Yankees, there's a lot more question marks for the Yankees lineup than there is for the Orioles. The Red Sox, they got some bangers. They got Devers. They got Bregman. They got Christian Campbell, young player. But there are question marks. And so it's a good thing to know here so far. And I'm looking back at the kind of the pitches there. Yeah, Barrios went back to the changeup for Seti. So good to know.
Seti thrown out trying to steal second.
All right, a little aggressive.
I mean, you do that every time. You got to get Kirk, Alejandro Kirk. Christian Kirk is Houston now.
You know what? I'll be honest. I don't love it right now. You want me to tell you why?
Guy on 3rd.
I was going to say no outs, 1st and 3rd, all momentum.
Yeah.
I get it because they're trying to maybe steal momentum, but Kirk with an incredible throw.
Oh, I'm all about it, and I trust Seti's ability to do that. But early on where you're getting to him, you just made something happen. Now you got 1 out guy on 3rd base. Now you could bring the infield in if you want, but then it's also pressure. A strikeout now away, momentum's back on your side for the Jays. Worst case, infield stays back for a double play because they don't want to allow the bigger inning. All right, hey, we'll give up the 2 outs so we can get a run in here to make it 3-0. That's what I thought. My thought. So that's what. What was that? Is that me?
Oh, nope, that was me. Sorry.
Well, it sounded like me.
It was you, but I don't know why I did that. I was trying to cut a clip in YouTube to put out on social media. Usually it does. Usually it doesn't carry over the audio, but apparently it does now. So
Yes, it does. And
my
look,
bad, guys.
and no, you're all good. But overall, Laura, like I'm with it. Like I love the aggressiveness. Like I'm not blaming for it. I said personally in that moment, I might have held off because then right now, what 3-1 count for Ramon?
Yeah, and the infield is in, like
and no outs. You get to 1 out. Hey, green light. You do anything, you get thrown out. So what? Right. But right now, the momentum was all with you of what was going on.
Yeah.
And again, catcher can make a great play. You can have to be the best base runner. That's just a personal thing for me. And I was never fast enough. And I told Seti it's my fault. I said, hey, he's going to get 70 bags. But now, right, what just happened, Zach?
I actually didn't say it yet.
Sorry, I guess I'm a little bit ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, because you're watching the what's it called? Are you watching the stream or are you watching the pitch?
I'm watching the pitch by pitch, but what just happened?
The stream is very behind, Ryan. Okay.
What's the count?
3-1.
Okay. Anyone else following along with me?
Pops up. Yeah.
Pops out, right? Pop out. Now it's 2 outs, just like that.
Yeah.
If he doesn't steal the bag right there, you're first and third, 1 out. Now you can get aggressive. So that's just some of the stuff that I'm talking about where, little things. Because now you're hoping, let's see with 2 out hits, 2 out situations.
Holiday. When you're on a holiday.
This would be an amazing start for Jackson if he can get going.
Yeah, just put one out of the park.
It would be great to see. Because the one thing a guy that's going to face a lot of pressure is if he doesn't get off to a fast start. Not even fast, but just a solid start. Is going to be a little bit of pressure. So I'm excited to see what that is. We go around baseball. There's only 2 games going on right now. Orioles.
Jesus Christ. The exit velo for Ryan Mountcastle's double, 115.7.
That's a rope.
I'm going to tell you right now.
That is ridiculous.
I'm telling you right now that Ryan Mountcastle, I do believe he's healthy for the full year. He's going to be an all-star. I think he's going to be an all-star. I think he's going to have 25 to 30 jacks minimum.
Yeah.
I think he is that good of a hitter. I really do. And watching him and seeing what he's done, there's nothing that changes my opinion on that. But the hardest thing for Mountie is staying healthy.
Yeah.
Getting past some of those situations. The vertigo, unfortunate injuries.
Yeah.
It's a big part of it here. But let's hope Jackson can pick up the slack here, get that third run across. Would be great. But if we're looking also as we're going around, and maybe after this next half inning break, we do play a little bit of the Terps with Stan Van Gundy. We can talk about that.
Yeah, we're in the next inning.
We are. There it is. And he struck out looking. Fastball down, sinker. Ooh, 95. All right. Hey, good inning though. Hey, but now what's the best thing? You put up a zeros. Zach Eflin pitching with the lead is fantastic. And right now, as we speak, Baltimore is up 2-0, and the New York Yankees hold a 2-1 lead over the Milwaukee Brewers over at Yankee Stadium there. We'll be following that along. And Carlos Rodon so far, 3 1/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 4 Ks. But the big thing for me, 0 walks for Carlos Rodon. And Peralta, same thing. Pitchers are actually saying, hey, you're going to go out and get hits, earn it. 2 solo shots for the Yankees. Peralta, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 2 earned, 5 Ks, 0 walks. Love to see that. Well, guys, while we take a minute here, there is a big game that's going to be tipping off here in about 3.5 hours. That is the Terps, and that is the Florida Gators. So I love, since we had Stan Van Gundy to talk to yesterday, was that yesterday morning?
Yes, it was, but does it feel like it was yesterday morning? No, it feels like it was kind of 7 weeks ago, but also today at the same time because
all over. Why don't we then, if we can pull up the clip, Zach, of Stan Van Gundy talking about this matchup specifically, what he's excited about. And a reminder, Stan is on the call tonight for the Terps versus the Gators. Let's play you that clip. In that case, what are you curious about with, say, we'll start with Maryland and then going up against this deep, talented Florida Gator team? It's not the right video up right now.
It's the right audio, just not the right video.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Look, I think a big factor in that game is going to be the tempo of the game. Like Maryland wants to run some, certainly, but they don't want an up and down game. The depth is in Florida's favor, and the speed of the game would be in Florida's favor if it gets going too fast. I think Maryland wants to have the game a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical, slow that thing down, pound it inside to Queen and Reese, and then you've got all that shooting there, and go at them. I think the tempo is going to be really interesting, and then I think the size in this game, it's almost a throwback game. Like Maryland's obviously got a lot of three-point shooting, but it's a throwback game where the ball gets pounded inside. We don't see basketball like that a lot. And it's going to be an interesting challenge because Florida's got 4 big guys to rotate in and out, probably better set up to defend Reese and Queen than anybody else that I've seen.
So right there, I love the fact of saying it kind of has a little bit of an old school feel. And for Maryland's case, they do have one of the best players in the country, and advantage for them having Derek Queen, young player though.
Mm-hmm.
Florida's though, big thing, Zach, it is that depth. It is the matchups that they can present. And Will Clayton Jr. in big moments came up big for Florida. But this actually could be a really stressful, but a really exciting game for all basketball fans.
I don't think I don't want to play the homer card of like, oh, not enough people are giving Maryland a chance. But I do kind of feel that way just in the fact of if Maryland, and this is a very, very big if, because when Florida gets you going at their pace, it's hard to stop. If Maryland can, like Stan said, control the pace and get to the point where you're like, okay, we're not running, so our depth isn't going to be an issue. We can play our 5 best guys with, 1 or 2 guys sprinkled in here and there. If you can keep the majority of the time your guys are rested and playing the crab 5, Maryland's got a chance. If they can play their pace, Maryland has a very good chance tonight, which I don't think people truly understand. But I can also say this. Every team that has played Florida over the past 3-4 weeks has said, hey, if we play our pace, we can beat these guys. It's easier said than done. There's a reason that Florida is now a favorite behind Duke to win the whole thing. They are a buzzsaw right now. They are playing out of their mind. Mark Clayton Jr. is just in a different world. Condon is just, they have so many pieces and they go 10 deep. That's the biggest thing. They go 10 deep. So even if you go, oh, we got this guy in foul trouble, it doesn't matter. Their 6th, 7th man is just as good as him. Maryland's got to play their game. They have to keep it to one. They got to shoot well. This cannot be a game where, we see Maryland struggle early on, like we've seen, past few games where it feels like they get slow out of the gate. Maryland's got to be fast out of the gate. They have to grab this game because if they get behind and they have to play a fast-paced game to try to keep up with Florida, the game could get ugly. So for Maryland, it's trusting yourself, understanding that, hey, it's 40 minutes. It doesn't matter if we're down 5-0 or up 5-0 to start. Play our game for a full 40 and then see what happens.
That's all you can do. You got to understand what your strengths are. Try to play to your strengths. Florida's strength is depth, and they have guys that can hurt you in different ways, and they can wear you down. Maryland, crab 5, which, by the way, when Kyle brought that up with the Iron Rooster, that they're serving crab fries, Brad. I don't know if you heard that.
Yes.
Crab fries, which is crab dip with French fries for the next X amount of time with the Terps down there, which, by the way, I might have to go there then tomorrow. That's exciting. But the crab 5 on the court, they're also so damn fun to watch. We just heard Graves Vasquez, talk about it's the most excited he's been watching a Maryland team. It's no disrespect to the other teams, but it feels like a team that can go out there and actually win it.
I definitely said Mark Clayton. It was Walter Clayton. I just am.
It's all right. I think I said Will.
I have Ravens on the mind. I have Ravens on the mind, and I did also 1, 2, 3 inning for Zach Eflin. Zach's, please stand up.
Boom.
Thank you.
It's a good start. Hey, shut down inning. Baltimore is up 2-0. And the other games now are underway. Philly, Washington, Boston, Texas, Pittsburgh, Miami is getting going. San Fran, Cincy, Cleveland, Kansas City, and Minnesota and St. Louis still says in a rain delay. But I'll tell you what, guys, down the road with the Nats, I got to tell you, man, I am really excited to watch them play, especially because of the young talent that they have. really led by with James Wood, who I think is going to be a top 5 outfielder in the next year. I think he's going to be a top 5 baseball player if his ceiling continues in the next 2 to 3 years. I'm saying 2. Mackenzie Gore, 1 inning, 2 Ks to start it off. So he's feeling good. And Zach Wheeler has taken the bump for the Philadelphia Phillies, one of the best pitchers in all baseball last year, finished as a runner-up to Chris Sale for the Cy Young last year. So really good start, though. O's 2-0. Yankees 2-1. That's the only action with runs so far. And Nate Eovaldi is currently pitching to Alex Bregman. 3-0 count, his Red Sox debut right now. 3-0 count. So we currently talk about this. Fellas, I can't believe it.
It just feels good to be talking baseball again, that actually meaningful baseball and not speculation on the regular season or not, oh, what's this team going to do? What's this team going to do? I've been ready for about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, probably more. I'm just glad we're playing the damn games. It's just one of those things where spring training brings that original, like, and I'm sure, Rip, even for the players, where it's like that first day of school, like you're like, oh, baseball's back. Like, this is going to be so fun. Then like 2 weeks into spring training, you're like, can we just play the games?
Yep.
Like, can we just get to the games now?
Yeah, people, that is exactly it right there, is that it is excited to see everybody. You're happy, the energy, and you feel good. And then 2 or 3 weeks later, you go, all right, let's get this shit going. Let's get rocking and rolling, because you've put in the work. You feel like you've seen enough of the reps. You want to get those butterflies out of the way, which you're excited for the season. And then you just want to get into that kind of, not saying you're going to be on autopilot, but you want to get in a rhythm. You want to get comfortable, because the first week of the season, you're running on that high. And then really it's, as the season goes on further, that's where it gets harder. And really June is when it hits guys in the face. That's where it started last year, where you're like, damn, all right, we're 2 months in. And then August hits, and then you're like, damn, shit, I'm tired. How do I get through? And when things are going wrong with your team, whether you're winning or losing for different reasons, we saw that last year. If you're on a bad team and you're losing, you are praying and counting the days, because you can just feel it's a hard thing to keep that energy up. And if you're winning, but you have issues to deal with, aka the 2024 Orioles, it's a constant battle each and every day to feel like you're going out and giving yourself a chance. So that's what I got. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Brian Ripken Show. We are live right now. And I think, did we miss Pocket Watch's comments? Did we get both of his supers? I don't know if we did or didn't, but if in case you didn't, it's a good time to remember. Just learned Reactors Reacting memberships were available. Can't believe Joe Radke didn't make sure I got the memo, Joe. Man,
what is going on, dude?
And Kevin and Zach React, they will be live right after this Orioles game against the Blue Jays.
We'll be live and having fun, baby. All the way back.
All the way back. And I'll tell you what, there is some action right now, Brad.
Yes.
Guardians.
Ooh.
Could be the other team that finally gets on the board. First and third. 1 out, top of the first in Kansas City. Cole Reagan's on the mound for Kansas City. A guy that can he build off of what was a really good kind of, hey, welcome to the bigs and the men of just announcing his presence, I should say. Not welcome to the bigs, but announcing his presence.
Colton Cowser walk. Lead off the third. So good. He's had 2 very nice bats.
I'm glad that, so I'm seeing a couple people on X talk about MLB TV networking, Kyle Corrin being one of them. There's another person I see on here. Get it together. It's opening day. You know everybody's going to be watching.
Yeah, MLB TV every year. It's like a yearly. They just shit the bed on opening day, which is crazy. You would think this is their Super Bowl.
Yeah, like what are we doing? Trying to watch the damn game.
Yep, that would be nice. Get yourself a broom, because it's
Oh, Brooks, I guess, is having the same problem too.
a mess.
Yeah, apparently, I think this is a universal. I think they are.
God damn it!
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people talking about opening day is not great for, well, MLB TV. I think that app is always kind of not the best, but As someone who had to use it in college, it wasn't the greatest thing.
Well, no, but when you don't have any other choice.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying like it does like just like it is the unfortunate part of it is like there are times where it's just like we're having issues and you're like, this is the 3 hours a night that I use you.
Yeah.
Don't have an issue during it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Nick? Good for you. Good for you.
We're happy for you. We are happy for you. And we're happy it's opening day yet again. Baseball is back. We got so much. We've already had some breakdowns. I've already done, I think, about 4 breakdowns already this year.
Yeah.
So far. And I'll get to some.
So we were sticking on to the like Maryland conversation.
Yeah.
We talked about this earlier, but LeBron James was on Pat McAfee for
Yeah.
a whole ass hour in studio. And he apparently talked about Derek Queen and like people from Baltimore. Did you guys see this?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, so I figured we could just blindly react.
That would be phenomenal.
All right.
This is why you're the man with the plan behind the scenes.
Here we go.
6'10".
Yeah.
6'10". He's in the. I don't know if you heard about him. Motherfucking ball.
Yeah, I'm from Baltimore.
Yeah, that is absolutely fantastic.
I'm from Baltimore. One of my best friends from Baltimore, Carmelo Anthony, so I get it.
Sucks. Okay,
I was hearing it fine.
You could?
Yeah, I mean, the video wasn't great, but the audio was there.
What the hell?
Could people hear that, or just me,
I
or
could,
just
I could
Kevin?
not. I could not.
I
hear
could
shit.
not.
Yeah, I could hear it. The video was blurry, but the audio was playing.
Can we try it one more time?
Yeah, I'll tell you if it's working.
Yeah, they heard it.
Okay.
We didn't hear it though.
Well, we're gonna play an encore. Why not?
Encore.
6'10".
Nope.
Yeah.
6'10". He's in the. I don't know if you heard about him saying, "Give me the motherfucking ball."
Yeah, I'm from Baltimore.
Good thing you can hear it.
Yeah, that is absolutely
I'm
fantastic.
from Baltimore. One of my best friends from Baltimore, Carmelo Anthony, so I get it. I get it.
You said you
I
wanted
get
a
it.
blind
Give me the
reaction.
damn ball. He wanted the ball.
Not
That's
a
right.
deaf
You
one.
in the conversation.
Not a deaf
Baltimore
one.
is one of the cities where if you give an answer on why are you a confident
You
human,
heard that?
I'm from Baltimore. Everybody's like, oh,
Yeah, There's no follow-up question to that. Okay, got it. I got it.
No, that was riveting. Good stuff there from.
Yeah, he was pretty much just saying that he said one of his best friends, Carmelo's from Baltimore, and when Derek King was asked about his confidence, and I'm from Baltimore, that's why. Pat McAfee said, anytime someone's asked about your confidence and someone's from Baltimore, they're going to bring it back to the city. So stuff like that.
You know what, Kevin? That's why we have you. Thanks,
Yep.
man. Appreciate you.
Behind the scenes, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you.
Love it. And I love the fact that Baltimore got some good credit too. And even Kevin Willard was talking about, he even said he thought Baltimore gets a bad rep when they talk about with players and how much the city has great people. And there's a lot of talent that comes out of Baltimore. There really is. There's a lot of talent in not just basketball, but other sports. But it's the rep, because you know what happened? You guys ever see The Damn Wire? Everyone dies. In Baltimore. That's essentially what you keep hearing. So,
all the time.
Every damn day,
Is it really like that? Yes.
Is it really like that? Well, guys, we're getting closer to, at least for us, wrapping up on this show. And this was really us getting ready for opening day. We knew a lot of people were going to be watching the games. This was nothing new that we knew. But we are excited about what we have in store for this baseball season. And scene.
All right.
And scene. Do we want to? I guess we'll see what happens with this Orioles half inning here. 2 down in the third.
Yeah.
And guess who's up?
Tyler Biceps.
Biceps.
Biceps go boom.
Captain Biceps. Oh, Captain Biceps. I should give that one to Colton.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
good.
Captain Biceps.
Oh, Captain Biceps. That was well done. Hey, with our crew here, the only thing I still lay with in this whole situation, and maybe we do get JG on here, John Graham, former Maryland Terp, Calvert Hall guy as well. Dad Ernie, legend down in Maryland.
Yeah.
But the whole coaching situation, my thing that I'm just more sad about or disappointed is it's great content around the internet, right? Where good. Is there good press or bad press? All press is good press. Is that the phrase? Right.
Mhm.
But in this case, for me, I'll be really disappointed if Maryland loses. And so much talk was not about the Maryland basketball team playing this game, because if they lose, it's all about where is Kevin Willard going next. And I thought that Gravis made a good point, was there are systematic issues within the structures of the NCAA. And for that, that's a problem. But then also how I think everything came to fruition, that became just a lot on there. But if Maryland wins, then the story of this is going to continue. I guarantee you after this, though, Maryland donors are definitely going to.
Tyler O'Neill 3-run homer.
Whoa.
Did you bet it?
I did it. I told you I was going to feel
I said to bet it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Biceps go boom.
Holy shit.
6 straight opening days. If you ever have a doubt, death taxes, Tyler O'Neill is going big ball.
Holy shit. Oh, Captain Biceps.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Say it loud. Say it proud.
Baby.
The
Tyler.
O's are fine.
The O's are fine. Where's the shirt? Give me the damn shirt.
Get the shirt. The O's are fine.
The O's are freaking fine, baby. Tyler Biceps.
We're so back.
They're fine.
O's are fine.
The O's are fine.
One of the most comfortable shirts you'll ever wear.
And our Holy Shirts and Pants members, you'll get the message on YouTube and the community for you guys, and you'll get me an email. You'll be getting your shirt. We appreciate you guys for all that support so far. Boom, baby. But you know what? I'm glad we canceled the season, because this O's team's got no shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
This team sucks. Team's terrible.
And it is game 1, though. They could be terrible tomorrow. They could be terrible the next 6 innings. But for right now, my Captain Bicep is going big ball. And the Orioles now lead 5-0. You talk about making a statement from the start. And this is exactly what Ben McDonald talked about earlier as well. Hey, look, you can complain about the pitching staff, say you don't have enough guys. I think they do have enough right now. Do you need to get better when the season goes on? Absolutely. Yeah. But what's the strength of your team? It's got to be this young core in this offense. It has to be. And your veterans, if they can mesh together, this offense is going to be one of the best in all of baseball. They were last year. The only difference is they do need to get better in situational hitting. But as far as 1 to 9, this is a lineup that is going to cause a lot of problems if they stay healthy. And Tyler O'Neill, for all the ones that want to say that, the only knock that he's had, in my opinion, is health. If he stays on the field, the guy bangs.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at his numbers.
Yeah.
Not making it up. Last year, 2024, 31 jacks in 113 games. Yeah, injuries held him back, but 31 jacks. This guy can hit the baseball at the ballpark, and the Baltimore Orioles are up 5-0 there. And that's a great start for a team that's looking to, once again, continue to have a fantastic record on opening day. Before we get on out of here, we'll go around real quickly. The Reds with Tito Francona. I'm really excited about seeing with Terry. And if I were in that space of, hey, placing a team that could win the Central, I would sprinkle it on the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah.
And right now they're currently up 1-0, and their guy, De La Cruz, Ellie scored the first run. Of course he did. Scored the first run of the season. Walked, ended up scoring. That's one to watch here. Still in the bottom of the first. Yankees still lead 2-1 going to the top of the 5th. And no other runs. I lied. The Braves, the Bravos, got a run early on. And it is good for him. Ozzie Albies got the first RBI of the season, grounded into a fielder's choice. Braves lead 1-0. But guys, we are back. Baseball is back. And we have so much coming your way. But tomorrow, we actually had a little something special for you on a Friday teaser. And if you're a baseball fan and you love the business of the game, you're really going to appreciate this, because I mentioned earlier in the show, this guest that we're having on, I'd say he has a lot of say.
Yeah.
Up in Toronto.
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
Some might, I might have the wrong thing with prime minister for the country of Canada, but it is the correct term for the Blue Jays as the president of their team. Mark Shapiro is going to be joining us tomorrow. And you know what? Perfect timing. Vlad Guerrero Jr. news is out there. How hard is it to actually sign one of your star players? And they were the team that was always in on somebody this year. What went into those conversations? And then when he looks at it, because guess what? The Orioles have to do a lot of those things moving forward. Are they going to sign people moving forward? And how hard will it be to solidify some of those guys? So it is going to be a very, very interactive day. So stay tuned, Holy Shirts and Pants. You guys are going to see that first when we release it. But it is a great day, and it is an awesome day to see right now. The Orioles currently leading 5-0 over the Toronto Blue Jays, and Zach Eflin has already gotten 2 quick outs.
Get them, baby.
Fill it up, baby. Fill her up.
Fill her up.
Fill her up. And game that I'm still watching pitching wise, and that's what matchup I kind of want to look at. Skeens and Alcantara.
Mm-hmm.
So far, top of the second, Skeens 1 inning pitch, 2 Ks in the first. Alcantara 1 in the third, no hits, no walks, and 1 strikeout as well. I think safe to say this is that matchup that could be first of 2 wins if those guys are able to go 5-6 innings. But we shall see. Before we get out of here, one more time for the one time, I want to thank our new sponsor, Merritt Clubs, baby. Kevin is muted. Kevin, how many sit-ups do you think you could do right now?
Probably 10, probably 20, probably 30, probably 40, probably 50.
Excuse me?
50.
Okay.
50 in a row?
Yeah.
50 in a row.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And I'm getting roasted.
Hey, we're picking up the slack on Kevin and Zach React. Just letting that be known.
There you go.
And by the way, like I said, we have a lot of those things. I think we're going to designate. How about this? We should designate a specific day with the 3 days a week of that we'll have.
That's what I said. That was my idea.
Okay, Kevin.
It was literally my idea.
Jesus Christ.
I've been sitting behind screen for the past 45 minutes. I don't really know what's going on. So,
Oh, you 45 minutes, Kevin?
Around
45 minutes straight. You've been back behind the screens.
9 up, 9 down for Eflin.
Pretty good. Is that what we're saying?
Perfect game
9 up,
still
9
intact.
down. Yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Yes, we will have, according to Kevin, that is his idea. We will have call-ins scheduled specifically for us.
Yeah.
Hey, Brad, it is opening day.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I mean, I can't freaking watch it.
Go get yourself another Deep Eddy seltzer and you'll be okay.
Yeah, I'm empty.
That's why he's yawning. Kevin, any final words where people then can find everybody tonight, or I guess in about 2 hours when this game ends?
Yeah, you can. Zach and I will be live on Kevin and Zach Reacts. We will be doing call-ins. It's a new thing we're doing. So if you want to join now, we have memberships up over there. So I guess I'll put the link for the channel in the chat real quick. If you want to be a member there, you can also just subscribe. We're not paywalling the reactions. All that's going to be free. It's just if you want to call in, there's a membership for that. So it's exciting. I mean, we're going to go do all 162 this year. Have some more content just on the regular video side too. We're going to try to clip up our reactions to put on that channel as well, just in regular video form. So we're excited for it. You got anything, Zach?
Show up, show out. Let's have fun. 5-0 Orioles. Let's do it.
And in general here, by the way, all of the memberships and what you guys have done, thank you. It really, look at what we've done in the last 18 months of where we've gotten to. We were cooking in here yesterday.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And it all starts because of our community. And thank you. And for our Holy Shirts and Pants members, like I said, we have a lot of things more planned. And we hope as we continue to grow, part of those packages, we love our community, will maybe we can have some things to get that community together. That's the goal down the road. But right now,
somebody get the damn socks out. Said he go yard.
Did he really?
No way.
The damn socks.
Oh, holy shit.
So I get
Wow.
Get that man some socks.
Was it first pitch? Did he ambush him? Oh, first pitch. It's out of here. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man.
Should I just send out a tweet? I think the O should trade Cedric.
Yeah. This season's over.
The O should have traded him when they had the chance.
Bum, 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 bum. Love it, baby. Love it.
Whoa. Oh.
Oh, hey now.
Oh my God.
Those socks, baby.
Those socks, baby.
This is pure off the rails.
Hey.
Come on, you Ramon.
I kind of. Chat. Oh, yeah. The O's are fine.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I kind of like this one.
Ah,
Is it the noise?
Yeah.
This is how I imagine Brad's voice after Kevin went, oh, Brad's the most mature one. Ah, goodness gracious. All right, I'm going to tweet.
Give me those socks.
I can't take you seriously with that.
I don't know why it only does it for your voice and no one else's.
Really? That's all it is?
Yeah, like if you could talk like that right now, say something.
Hey.
Yeah, but I'm not. I
It's
can't
me.
do. Can't do it.
Hey, Kevin.
I don't like that one either. What's
You can't even hear.
yeah, what's this one?
Hello?
Oh.
Oh, no. Woof.
Oh, I actually kind of like that one. You're
You
you're like on the moon.
Hey, Kevin, how those fish doing? Where's Ripken?
That fish tank has moved out of here.
Oh, really?
It is. I'm
Hey,
redoing my
Kevin.
setup.
Yeah, how about you go yourself?
We are off the rails here.
We're off the damn rails.
We're so back, baby.
Hit me, baby, one more time. Kevin, appreciate it. But guys, we will be back to do a special tomorrow. So you guys will see that. They'll be all over our socials, by the way. And also, guys, we are growing. We appreciate that in every single way. It has been a great journey, and 2025 is going to be freaking awesome. So thank you, Brad. Any final words? Okay.
Those are fine, baby.
Those are fine. Hum now. As always, here on the Ryan Ripken Show, we appreciate each and every one of you. As always, have a day, have a night, have a great stinking weekend if we don't see you. And we'll be back next Tuesday for a brand new edition of the Ryan Ripken Show.
Peace.
Hum, 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 hum.
Hum, hum, hum. Kevin.